welcome to yet another stream. I am Gina, aka the Gina Chu. Today we're going to be playing Virtue's Last Reward. I hope you're all having an amazing day today. I've missed you guys. I have been away visiting my mom, but I am back. I am excited to hang out with you guys, and I'm excited to play more Virtue's Last Reward. So I have my handy dandy notebook ready. I'm excited to use this to write down all the notes. Something that I did want to mention is I used a little bit of a walkthrough with 999 just to make sure that I got the endings that I was going for. There are like around 18 to 20 or so endings in this game, I think. And they all end kind of in wildly different ways depending on the way the story goes. So the kind of a walkthrough that I am using is basically one that allows me to play the whole game without being interrupted. So let me explain what I mean by that. So one of the things that gets introduced into the series with this game is the concept of story locks. And you can probably draw your own conclusions as to why this happens based on what you know about the first game. I'm sorry. However, basically, you have to do things not necessarily in a certain order, but as you go down certain paths in the game, if you have not already experienced other parts of the game will just end, and or it'll give you like a to be continued. Which is what they call a story lock, where basically you cannot continue down that particular storyline until you experience another part of the game. And that can get very confusing and kind of frustrating. So the walkthrough that I am using is basically just a list of decisions. Again, that will make sense as we get into the plot. It's a list of decisions. Hey, Coins, what's up? It's a list of decisions to make sure that I can get all of the endings without running into any of those story locks. Because when you run into the story locks and then have to backtrack and start the game over or go for a different storyline, it can be a little confusing. So this is going to make sure that we do not get interrupted as we go for each ending. So let us launch Virtue's Last Reward. We'll go over all the differences between the first and second game as we dive into it, but that's the biggest one, is that we have these story locks now and lots of different endings. And yeah, so this is the sequel. And we should start by watching the intro video, actually. We should. I also have to mess with the sound a little bit. Probably want to turn the sound down a little bit. It may be kind of loud. So, warning. Give it just a minute to start up. These games can take a little bit to start up because they're both running from the same launcher. 999 and Virtue's Last Reward. What else can I tell you about Virtue's Last Reward? I mean, it's the sequel. It's the second game. It takes place after the events of 999. Hey, what is up, bro? Kono Dioda, indeed, and I have a new, courtesy of Mr. Opal Phoenix, a new soundbite that we're going to be using a lot in this game. So here's the intro video. know the meanings for all of this, and it is just... Oh, man. Oh, man. Everyone's gotta die. Oh. Just wait. The $1 million question. The question says, this is about betrayal. It's about to get spicy. Oh, it's about to get spicy, alright. Alright, let me turn some of the sound down a little bit. Well, actually, it kept my sound settings from last time. Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep the skip text off. We shouldn't really need to use it very often. Another thing that is going to be different about this game that I mentioned while we played 999 is that I'm not sure if I should have deleted my save file or not. Alright. Well, I'll explain that in a second. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we could start with fresh save data then. Okay, so the other thing that I want to say, why does that guy look like Junpei encountering good old Zero again? There's a reason for that. So the one thing I do want to say about this game is when we had to do the other endings in 999, we had to start from the beginning. We're going to be able to jump into the story kind of map to wherever we want, which is going to make it a lot easier for us to be able to get different endings and continue without having to repeat stuff. So that's going to be a lot better this time around as well. So you saw reskinned Santa, a half-nude Clover, and a bunch of other randoms. Okay. So Coins is already coming up with theories, which I love. Okay. So we now have this character. This is our character that we identify with. His name is Sigma, as you can see right here. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. We do not have a voice. Everyone else's voice, though. So, where the hell am I? Yeah, we know this song and dance, don't we? Looks like an elevator.
Isn't that obvious?
Ah! Who the hell are you? Hello? Right, okay. Let's try a different tack here. Where the hell are we? Also, while we're at it, why? No response? You always this friendly, or did I kick you while I was sleeping? Damn, no luck there either, huh?
I'm plenty friendly.
Why are we not voiced? This feels weird. There is a reason why we're not voiced. Don't worry about it. Sigma, maybe he's better than Junpei at life. I wouldn't count on it if I were you. What did you say, lady?
I said I'm plenty friendly.
Hey, looks like you can talk after all. So let's try this again. Where are we?
Don't know.
Well, could be worse, I guess. You could have said, actually, we're stuck in a booby-trapped elevator in the bowels of a top-secret government facility where they conduct grotesque human experiments. Right, back to the first question then. Who are you? By which I mean, what's your name?
Sigma.
Cute. That's my name. I'm asking you what? Wait a second. How do you know my name? I haven't met you before, have I?
No, you haven't. I don't have any idea who you are. But
But what? How could you know my name if you don't have any idea who I am?
how the hell am I supposed to know?
Oh, another reason why we're not voiced, by the way, this is really the real reason why we're not voiced, is the original 999 didn't have any voices at all. And the third game is fully voiced. Everybody has a voice. And in this game, everybody but the main character has a voice, but when they brought all of the games to PC, they voiced 999. So they didn't go back to voice the main character because this game was already fully voiced.
I just know it, okay?
Or as fully voiced as it's gonna get, anyway. Hey, no need to bite my head off. It's just, you're not really making sense here. And you still haven't told me who you are.
Shut up! Just back off, Grandpa.
Grandpa!
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there.
This is weird as shit. It's okay.
Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
Weird. We're just knowing things without really knowing them, huh? Never heard about anything like that in this series before. Hold on a
What
second.
do you think this thing is?
Huh?
This bracelet? See, you've got one too. They're pretty much identical.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Where'd they come from?
It was on already when I woke up. Haven't figured out what it's for yet, though.
Well, doesn't seem like it's a watch, does it?
No.
Well, for genetic fields make a return, eh? It's a sequel.
It's just got a 3 and the word pair.
It does.
What
Ah!
are you doing?
Trying to get it off.
Good luck. I spent a while trying to get mine off while you were napping. It's on pretty tight. Doesn't even have a clasp or anything.
What about these buttons on the sides?
I pressed them, but nothing happened. Not even a beep.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing. The space between the A and the I on the pair makes it like P-A-I-R instead of pair. Damn it! What the hell is going on here? Somebody better start explaining her.
Hey, look!
What?
There's something on that screen over there.
Wait, what?
How are you feeling? I am Zero the Third, the king of this kingdom!
What the hell is that?
A rat?
No. Pretty sure it's a rabbit.
I'm sure you've got lots of questions. It just seems silly to have a big old chit-chat right now. So, I'm gonna give you a game to play!
Zero the Third, a fucking llama bunny. It's just a bunny. A game?
Yes. And I'm calling it
Guess what it's called. Guess what it's called. Take a deep breath. Guess.
the Nonary Game!
What?
Ambidex Edition!
Oh, we've got editions of the Nonary game now.
There's more to it. Lots more. But if I told you now, that'd be cheating.
It would be.
So, hurry up and get out. I'll be waiting.
Hey, hold on. Who the hell?
All right. I forgot to tell you the most important thing. This elevator you're in, it's gonna fall in a few minutes. Way down.
Fall?
Yes, indeedy. So you'd better get moving. I'll see you later. Have a nice trick.
Yeah, see you next fall. That joke wasn't any funnier in elementary school.
Oh, I get it. Trip and trick, huh?
Don't tell me you're impressed? Oh, for the love of... Damn it. Damn it! God damn it! This is bullshit! That stupid rabbit didn't tell us anything! How are we even supposed to get out of here? Oh, well, I guess whining about it isn't gonna help anybody. We won't be able to get any answers if we can't get out of here. You with me? Come on, just nod or something.
I don't want to die here any more than you. Let's go.
This is quite something by comparison. And so we are here to seek a way out. So you're going to see quite a number of differences right off the start. This game consists of two sections, the escape portion and the novel portion. The goal of the escape portion is to escape from whatever room you're in. This is just a tutorial. So one of the things that you will notice is that instead of flipping through images, we now have the ability to look up and down and left and right in one smooth fashion, which is quite fun and impressive and makes the game feel a lot better. So we are going to go, I'm pretty much sure I remember exactly how to solve this one because it's pretty simple. The first ones in this game are usually pretty simple. What do you think this means? Hell if I know. Oh yeah, also there's not necessarily always voicing during the escape portions, but that was in 999 too, so. It's just a bunch of pictures of babies and old people. Why don't you see if you can get it off the wall? Some things you come across and collect will be put in your file. So, we can go to our... also, I should save... let's go to our archive. So this is all help stuff. Poster in the elevator. And it says here, try counting the number of babies and old people. So that's kind of the solution to this puzzle, and it only gives you that because it's the first puzzle and they're trying to kind of give you an idea of what this game is like. And here it says, life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 80 and gradually approach 18, which I guess is kind of true. I also want to give you a little bit of insight into something else. This is our flowchart. This is our flowchart. This is our flowchart. We're in for it, ladies and gentlemen. So let's start doing what we normally do with these rooms. When you see the word zoom in cyan in the top right corner of the screen, the game is in zoom mode, which basically just does zeroing in on something. Fire extinguisher pin. So again, we can flip stuff around, we can examine it. You'll find two types of items, hints in item form and items you can use in some way. Yeah. So we know how this works. We know how to use items. So many ends! Oh yes, sirree Bob. So this is our item screen here. We can combine items just like in the first game. I have to press escape to back out. To exit zoom mode, just drag downward and click the cyan triangle at the bottom of the screen. That's right, yeah. So why are these colored like this? Oh, hey, this end's loose. Can you take it off? Let's see. Yep, so we have a yellow handle. We have an old man here. I think we know where that's going. Oh. I didn't mean to click on it. And over here, you see we have colored... kind of nuts there. I think we all know what's happening here. So you look here, it says fire extinguisher, pull the key out, put key in door, and turn. And you're like, what? Well... This looks like a case for a fire extinguisher. Let me see if I can open it. Damn, no good. Okay, is it locked? Looks that way, yeah. Wait, Sigma, I think you might have what we need to open this. You mean this pin from the fire extinguisher? Yeah, I think it might fit into that keyhole. Come on, give it a try. Looks like it worked. Excellent. Alright, let's see what's inside. What's this? Polyurethane packaging. There are a few pieces of metal in here. 4 of them. They look like sockets for socket wrenches. Each one has a different shape, though. Well, we might as well take them. So we have a hexagonal, a pentagonal, a square, and I believe a triangle. So I think we know what we need to do here now. What shall we do first? Let's do this issue first. Actually, fuck it. Let's do this first. So we have a yellow triangle here. So let's take the triangular tip and combine it with the yellow socket wrench handle. We have a blue square here. Square tip. We have, that's a hexagonal tip, right? Yeah. There we go. And we'll combine the pentagonal tip with the green. There we go. Alright, that's the green bolt off. Yeah, good job. You're a regular mechanic. Stop being a bitch. I almost called her by her name. If you don't want it, well, you'll know her name in a little bit, but... Excellent. That's the red bolt gone. Yes, ma'am. Alright, let's give this yellow one a twist. All the bolts off. Ready? I'm gonna open it. What are you asking me for? And again, everybody asking to open doors comes back in this game. Except they call the main character out on it a lot. There's a lot of puzzles in this game that I hate more than anything in the world. We may be looking up more puzzles than we usually would in this game. Zero fucks given. I hate these games. There are a number of mini-games you'll be playing during an escape. Controls and rules will generally be given to you before a minigame begins, but some start without giving you detailed instructions. If you can't solve a minigame, just quit by clicking the back button in the bottom right. If you keep trying, other characters might start to give you hints. Yeah, if you back out and in enough times, they may start giving you hints. They'll only do this when you're playing in easy mode, though. Sometimes they give you very, very little hints, but there is an easy mode to this game, which I will not be using because I don't need it. If you get stuck with a minigame, give it several tries before switching the difficulty to easy. It looks like some kind of maze. In fact, if I remember correctly, some of the mini-games you run into in this game, they will actually tell you you have this many tries to do it before we force you into easy mode, which I hate. Probably. Alright, I'm on it. You need to move the green block from the left to the blue square on the bottom right. Yeah. You can move the red, green and red blocks up and down as well as sideways by clicking and dragging the mouse or using the arrow keys. So yeah, the shtick here is that they move together. Of course, because fuck our lives, am I right? I figured it out. That was not really a difficult one anyway. Sweet! I did it! You're pretty good. This is kid stuff. I can do it with my eyes closed. Oh, look at this. Something came out of the box. Oh yeah, is this a memory card? So, memory cards are a big thing in this game. We're going to see them a lot. But we have a green memory card here. That's that puzzle. And obviously, we have numbered buttons with an old dude and some babies. So... we have 1, 2, 3, 4 babies. So if we go over here, why did it light up? It didn't do anything earlier. Maybe that was because the game hadn't started yet. So you think this button does something? I don't know. Let's take another look at it. else. Okay. Old people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here... Now, if I remember this correctly, I remember looking at this and going, there are no bunnies in here. And there aren't any bunnies on there. But we also know that the bunny also has a name that goes with that. And that's 0. Hey, Sigma, did you just hear a noise? What noise? I think it was over here somewhere. There's the blue memory card. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what else we need to do. There's a little panel here at the key. Opening the center is covered with transparent plastic. Yeah. So, oh, also I should point out what this is, because this is kind of an elephant in the room. A square metal box. Looks like a safe. Yeah, I wonder what's inside. Something wants to keep safe. Something someone wants to keep safe. What would you put in a safe? What do you think it could be? A cracker. What the hell's so important about a cracker? Okay, how about a tie deposit box? Oh, what? What does that even mean? Let's just try and open it. How? Well, there's some kind of panel on the front with a 3x3 grid, right? I'm guessing that's how you open it. Right, let's give it a shot then. Each escape room has a safe somewhere. The safes have 2 passwords, one for escaping and one for a hidden file. When you open the safe using the escape password, you'll get a key that will allow you to leave the room. If you open a safe with a hidden file password in hard mode, you'll get a gold file. If you do the same in easy mode, you'll get a silver file instead. The gold and silver files contain supplementary facts and background information that will give the novel sections added depth, but are not necessary for escaping. We'll be going through those. In order to escape and continue the game, you must open the safe with the escape password. So these have moons, stars, and suns. And you need to put them in a certain combination, and there are 2 passwords for each. So I'm going to try to write down the passwords just you know, to remind myself. Damn, no luck. Well, of course not. You're not going to get far just guessing. We need to find a clue. And indeed we do. So we have these slots here. Put it in. Hey, it turned on. Looks like the thing's working now. The screen's glowing with a strange light. Alright, let's try putting the green memory card in. Let's see what happens. Hey, hey, hey! What the heck is this? Maybe it's some kind of password. A password? You got a notepad or something? No, not really. Then you'll just have to remember this. You think you can handle that? Yeah, of course. I'm always remembering shit. You found an escape password. So yeah, so one of the cool things is that you actually can go into the archive and it will show you the both passwords for each room. In case you forgot them. Before. Alright, so sun. There we go. Ha! That's it! You did it! Good job! Piece of cake. Is this a key? Okay. I'm trying to think if I messed up. Because there is a red one, and I want to get the file. I'm going to save just in case. I have to make sure I don't go to quit. That'll bring me to the main thing. But anyway. You ready? I'm going to push the key in. You don't need to ask me every time you're going to do something. Just hurry it up. Right, I know. Here goes. Stop talking and do it. Yes, it unlocked. So now we just have to open this panel. Once you leave this elevator, then all the section of the game will begin. Are you... no. Hold on. Noodles! What is up, my friend? Right, I'm dumb. So, before we do this, hold on. Ah, I forgot how to do this. Oh, here we go. So, sometimes the answer is obvious. Sometimes it involves manipulating the final answer in a certain way. So, the way to get the red memory card, and this is not really obvious, and I remember this is probably the reason why I'm like, you know, you broke the game? You made your stuff kind of powerful? Oh, jeez. So, this is one of those rooms where I'm gonna have to deduct points in my personal purview of it. Obviously, it's very simple. It does a good job of showing you how the game works, which is great, but getting the secret password is kind of bullshit. So, you can't press buttons in any other area once you put the right button in. Once you put those 3 buttons in, you get the green memory card, or blue memory card, whichever memory card came out of here. But the way to get the red memory card to get the secret password is you have to put another number in here, which the game gives you no indication that you can even do that. So, we don't have any other information really about Zero, except his name is Zero the Third. There it is again, it's right here. I feel like that's a bullshit way of giving you the secret password. Oh, that is, yeah, the red memory card. Put it in. Okay. I'm looking right here. Noodles, you're always breaking games. Alright, here we go. So, star, moon. That's easy enough. A different password. We found the hidden file password. And I already forgot what it is. My memory is getting so bad, you guys. Okay. There we go. And here's our special file. That's odd. It opened with this password too. Maybe it has 2 types of passwords. Look, it has different stuff in it now. Yeah, you're right. It's got a false back. See, it can just flip around. Kind of like those hidden passages in mansions and stuff. So you put in a different password, you get different stuff. I think so. Right, well that's enough of that. Grab the stuff. Alright. We found a gold file. So let's look at what we have. Each file is going to give us 1 page of information. As you can see, there's 16 gold files we're going to have to find. AB room. This is where you play the AB game. It appears to be an elevator car. Okay. So, we don't need to know about that. The AB gate. Zippers, the doors. We don't know about the AB room yet. We'll learn. That's the rules of the bracelet. We'll learn about that. AI is short for artificial insemination, which is a process by which eggs are fertilized without the use of a male organ. It is commonly used in the breeding of dairy cattle and pigs, but has also been... Oh, I'm being told that in this case, AI stands for artificial intelligence, which is another thing entirely. Have a nice. Words that Zero the Third says before he leaves. Have a nice trip. Have a nice trap. Have a nice trader. quantum computer. I'm not going to read all of these fully, but it's saying a quantum computer is a highly advanced machine that uses quantum phenomena such as superposition and entanglement to perform calculations. So this is just a story about making calculations and lots of math stuff. The flory graffiti, I'm not going to show you yet either. We'll see that. So anyway, now we're ready to leave. You ready? I'm gonna put the key in. Yeah, we already did this. And we're gonna press the button. Are you ready? Just do it. Alright, right. Message received. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and push! Oh! It opened a hatch in the ceiling? What? Why does an elevator have a ceiling hatch? We found it! First escape room done! High five, guys. Alright, it's open. Now let's get the hell out of here. What? What's wrong? Oh, yeah. Guess it's a little high for you, huh? I'd say that's at least 6 feet, maybe more. Alright then, climb up on my shoulders.
Your shoulders?
Yeah, that's right. Why, something wrong? What? What's that look supposed to mean? What do you think I'm gonna do? Oh, come on. I'm just trying to be rational here. No ulterior motive, hand to God. Not like I'm hoping to get my face sandwiched between a girl's bare thighs.
I knew it. You sick bastard.
I was just kidding. Right. Look, I'm just trying to get us out of here. You got any brilliant ideas that don't involve your thighs?
Fine. On your knees.
What?
You're a little tall for me to just jump up on your shoulders, and I'm certainly not going to give you the satisfaction of making me climb. So kneel.
Oh, okay. There. Ready? Bring it on.
Thanks. A little step up is just what I needed.
What? Wait, what are you going
Quiet.
to do?
Here we go.
She can fly? How in the hell?
All right, give me your hand.
What? Oh, what the heck are you?
Well, I'm not Superman, that's for sure. And I'm not Batman or Spider-Man or Aquaman or Merman or a Wolfman. I'm not a Brahmin or Common or Ramen. I'm not a caveman either, so you don't really need to worry about anything. My name is Phi. I guess you could say I am no man. Just come on one of these days, Witch King.
You'll never guess where you are. Whoa. What's up with this place?
Sure doesn't look like an elevator shaft. Some kind of warehouse, maybe. Or a hangar.
So, we were in an elevator that doesn't elevate.
Yeah. It wasn't going to go anywhere.
Wow! We're so shocked! Are you really surprised? When that rabbit said it was gonna fall, he was just screwing with us?
So it would seem.
Then why?
Forget it. Look. More people. Looks like an old guy, a young man.
Alright, here is our cast, ladies and gentlemen.
2 girls, and
A kid?
they're all wearing bracelets. Probably safe to assume they're trapped here too.
Right. Well, let's go say hi then. Hey there! Any of you guys know what the hell's going on here?
No, we don't. I haven't been out here much longer than you.
They grabbed you too, huh?
Grabbed? Oh, yeah. I got in my car. I went to start the engine and then there was this white smoke.
I think we all shared that particular experience. The smoke seems to be some kind of general anesthetic. When I woke up, I was in one of these elevators.
All 5 of you were in one elevator?
No! Mr. Dio and I were in the same elevator, but
Wait, which one of you is Dio?
That would be me. This little guy here is Quark.
Coins and Oris is already going so for real. Coins, what would make you think that Soparel's involved in this at all? I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, so this is Quark.
nice to meet you, mister.
And this is Dio. Alright, nice to meet you too. So, what about the rest of you?
Tenmyoji, Alice, and Luna all woke up in different elevators.
Alright, so we have the old man, Tenmyoji. We have Luna, the redhead. And, Alice.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you've got it right.
So, you'd be Tenmyoji then, right, sir?
Yep.
Coins! Well, Coins recognizes somebody already. And Alice is, ladies and gentlemen.
Me.
Me. That would be this lovely lady, Alice.
She's Luna.
And this is Luna.
Hello. It's very nice to meet you.
Hey. Nice to meet you too. What's she so nervous about?
And you are?
Why, motherfucker? Because it's the same series! We've got Soparil, we've got apparently ancient Egyptian priestesses. It's fine. We're all just locked here in some facility. It's fine. Give me some Ice 9. Right, I'm Sigma, and this bundle of laughs is Phi. Good to meet you all, I guess.
Say that again.
And this malnourished harpy is Phi. Better?
Are you two...
Ha! Not likely. That elevator was the first time we'd seen each other. I think.
You think?
Never mind. Forget I said anything. We met just now in that elevator. That's the truth.
Yeah. See your bracelet there?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure.
And yours. Fine, right? Now let me have a look. I thought so.
What?
Quark, you and Dio show them your bracelets.
So they have 3 pair, but their stuff's in blue. They both say pair and have a number 3, just like Phi and I. No, wait, the color's different. Ours are red, and yours are blue.
Oh, sharp eye there.
What about yours, sir? Tenmyoji.
Show him yours too, ladies.
Oh! Red, blue, and green? They're different. You've all got 3s, but your bracelets say solo.
Right. You figure it out then?
Figure what out?
Sigma and I are the red pair. Dio and Quark are the blue pair. Each pair got put in the same elevator. But Tenmyoji, Alice, and Luna were all solos. So
they got put in their own separate elevators. Okay, that's great and all, but what do paired solo mean?
Don't got the foggiest idea.
Well, that's helpful.
I don't know why we're split up like this either.
Does anybody know what the 3 means?
Maybe it has something to do with the game.
Game? Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes! And I'm calling it the Nonary Game! Ambidex Audition!
You guys saw him too, right? That rabbit thing?
Yes. In the elevator.
He said something about the elevator falling.
The others explained that after they'd escaped from their own elevators, they'd gone around the warehousey room we were in and tested the doors. Unfortunately, it turned out they were all shut tight and impossible to open. They had been about to try and open this door, the one with the 9 on it, when Fi and I appeared. So, any chances this one will open?
You think we'd have done it last if there was?
There's some sort of, I don't know, machine off to the left here,
Well,
but...
give it a shot, why don't you?
Gosh, does this machine look familiar at all? Looks like force probably isn't gonna work either. Damn. Well, I didn't really think that'd work anyway.
I don't think you'll be able to force that door with anything short of a tank.
Alright, well, how about those 3 doors over there?
I told you already. Each one's got a digital lock on it. We can't pick the lock, and we can't break down the door.
You sure about that?
Why would I lie?
Oh, okay, are there any other ways out?
No, unfortunately. Not that we've found, anyway.
Well, there is one thing I'm a little curious about.
And that is?
I was the first to escape. That means I know who was in which elevator. I watched all of you come out after all.
And?
Well, I was in the 1/3 from the right. Tenmyoji was the second out. Your elevator was second from the left, I think.
This is important, by the way.
Good memory. Yeah, that's where I was.
Third was Luna. You climbed out of the rightmost elevator, didn't you?
Yes, that's the one.
Dio and Quark were next. You came out of the elevator next to Luna's, right?
Yeah, we did.
And finally, the 2 of you were trapped in...
The 3rd elevator from the left.
Wait, then...
Yes. No one has come out of the leftmost elevator.
Are you saying there's still someone in there?
I can't say for certain, but it does seem strange. Maybe we should go take a look.
Yeah, good idea. Hey! Anybody in there? If you can hear me, just, I don't know, make some noise.
Nothing.
Hey, look at this!
Ambidex. Room?
Is that some kind of card reader? Maybe it unlocks it or something.
There's one next to each door.
What do you think Ambidex room is supposed to mean?
Well, it says it on all 6 of the elevators.
Maybe it has something to do with the game that Zero was talking about.
The Nonary Game Ambidex Edition?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't think we really need to worry about that right now, though. We should be figuring out what's inside this thing. Anybody got a key card?
Nah, I got nothing. Not even dirt.
So they've taken everything we were carrying? Wonderful.
The rest of us dug through our pockets as well, but it was pretty obvious that Dio was right. My own were completely empty. There wasn't even any lint in the creases.
Maybe there's no one in there.
No, there is. There's gotta be.
What makes you so sure?
Huh? Because they just opened the door!
Look! It's opening! There was someone in there!
Who could it be? Who the hell?
Clover!
Clover?
Are you okay? Clover! Wake up!
You did call it coins. What's going on here? Do these two know each other?
What did you do to her?
Nothing. She was like that when I woke up. I really wouldn't worry, though. She should be all right. Her breathing is steady. I believe she's only sleeping.
Then she hasn't woken up since they kidnapped her.
Kidnapped? Begging your pardon, but I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean. Where are we? And who are you?
Whoa, hold on. How about you tell us who you are first? You leap out of that box dressed like some kind of robot, carrying an unconscious girl, and we've only got your word that you didn't make her that way. I think you owe us an explanation, pal. Guess what? Guess what, Coins? What?
I don't remember anything. I have no idea where I am, who I am, even what day it is. If you happen to know any of those things, I would very much appreciate it if you shared that information.
Robot 7.
Not knowing one's identity is vexing.
Oh yeah, very original. The amnesiac routine. Please. How are we supposed to take you seriously when you're wearing this robot suit? We can't even see your face. You gonna tell us someone forced you into that thing?
I assume so. It seems the most reasonable explanation. When I woke up, I was wearing this armor, I suppose you could call it.
You look pretty calm for a man who doesn't know who he is.
Look? That's an odd choice of words. I'm wearing a mask. How would you know how I look?
You know what I meant, you smartass.
Tenmyoji's fun. He don't take shit from no one.
Oh. She's waking up. Clover! Are you okay? Come on, talk to me!
Yes.
Tenmyoji's your spirit animal.
Where are we?
Once Clover had woken up, Alice explained everything we knew so far. She listened suddenly until Alice mentioned Zero in the Nonary game, and then her eyes went wide.
What? No, that can't.
The blood drained from her face, and she wrapped her arms tightly around herself. What did she know? As Alice continued to console Clover, the rest of us turned to questioning the mysterious man in the mask.
When did you lose your memory?
Did we get another taste of the axe? You'll have to wait and see.
When? That's a difficult question. I suppose when I was born. I don't remember anything of my life. Assuming I had one.
We asked him everything we could think of. Birth date, address, occupation, family, childhood. But all he did was shake his head.
I think he has generalized amnesia. It's a type of memory loss. People affected by it retain knowledge like language, social common sense, memorized facts, abilities they've learned. But anything that has to do with, themselves is just lost. It's a very serious condition. Most research suggests that it's mainly psychological, not physiological. But in very rare instances, it has been shown to result from severe head trauma.
Do you have any idea what might have caused it?
Maybe I had a really bad breakup?
He was making a laughing sort of noise, but his expression didn't change. With the mask on, there was no way to tell if he was smiling or not, but his voice sure didn't make it sound like he was.
Bullshit. This guy's obviously full of it. Don't tell me you're actually buying this.
Dio's outburst was greeted with an awkward silence. It It wasn't that we trusted the robot man per se, only that it seemed clear he was in the same boat we were. There was a bracelet on his wrist, too. Close inspection revealed that his armor fit around the bracelet. In other words, the bracelet was attached to his arm like ours and not simply a part of his suit. And just like ours, his had a 3 on it. It said pair below the 3, and all the text was bright green. Clover's bracelet was exactly the same. How long had we been there? I still hadn't entirely shaken the last traces of sleep out of my head, and my brain felt foggy and cluttered. Had I been asleep for hours, days? There was no way to know. They'd taken my favorite watch when they grabbed me and given me the bracelet instead, and unless it happened to be 3 o'clock right now, it wasn't going to be very useful for telling time. With no windows in the warehouse, it was impossible to even guess what time of day or night it was. Time could have stopped and we wouldn't have had the first idea. Damn it! No dice. This thing won't open.
Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, well, I just thought...
There's a box here. Maybe it's some sort of locking thing, like the ones next to the elevators. I don't think it's a card reader, though.
Huh.
Hey, what do you think that is? That
What?
graffiti over there. See? On the wall?
I'm sure you guys noticed it.
Oh, yes, that. I was wondering what that was. 2 milkmen go comedy.
2 milkmen go comedy.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean.
I know, because I played this game. Maybe it's saying that a pair of milkmen decided to become comedians? Still just kind of sounds like nonsense, though.
I think it's somebody's way of saying hello.
What?
You heard me.
Yeah, I did, what the hell was that supposed to mean?
It's an anagram.
An anagram?
Yeah, they tried a lot of names before they worked it down to Tella. Come on, seriously? You've never heard of an anagram?
It's a kind of, wordplay where you move the letters around to create something else. Right?
Exactly. Watch.
With the tip of her boot, Fi spelled out 2 sentences in the dust on the floor. 2 milkmen go comedy. Welcome to my kingdom. Oh, okay. If you switch it around, yeah, that makes sense. Huh.
Exactly. Seems like somebody was expecting us, doesn't it?
Yeah, but... Where are they? Pretty rude to invite somebody over and not even offer them a drink.
True, but you're assuming that Zero isn't one of us.
And we've already started with this bullshit. What?
Huh?
Look. Over there.
Shame on you, Fido. You can't say what I'm about to say before I say it.
Zero.
I've got a plan, you know. I can't just tell you everything at once.
Bunny
Although
fucker.
things are starting to get exciting.
Where are you, you little bastard? Too scared to come out and face me like a man?
Are you an idiot? I'm a rabbit. You really think a talking rabbit is a real thing?
Of course I don't. You're some kind of CG rabbit or something, probably. That's not what I meant, though.
Oh! You meant you want to see the person who's controlling me? Guess God touched this one a little too hard.
What?
Weren't you listening to Fido? She's clever, you know.
Wait, then you're saying Zero is one of us?
Well, yes. I guess that's one way to put it.
Are you really sure? You're responding to our questions and stuff right now. That means you're not just, like, a video somebody made. Wouldn't that mean that Zero would have to be controlling you and sending you answers right now? Because it doesn't look like anyone's doing that.
Well, of course they aren't. I'm an AI.
Oh-ho! What?
I'm an artificial intelligence powered by a quantum computer. Zero is the one who built me, of course. So I guess that makes one of you my parent! Now, are you a mommy or a daddy? That would be telling. Now, with that said, I guess I should probably tell you that I'm not the one who brought you here. I mean, obviously, I don't even have a body. I'm just the facilitator for this facility.
You want to squash the rabbit? Oh, trust me. That feeling will only grow with time.
I just do what I'm told to do.
And what do you facilitate?
Didn't I say? The game, of course!
The game! Oh, the notary game, Ambidex Edition.
Correct! It's my job to make sure it runs smooth.
No. It's supposed to be over.
Yeah, that's what we thought last time, isn't it? There she goes again. She knows something.
So, what is the nonary game?
Nonary refers to a base 9 numeral system, but can also mean something that is, in some way, related to the number 9. Nona can be used as a prefix as well, where it means essentially the same thing. Therefore, it stands to reason that the nonary game is a game that deals with the number 9 in some way.
Exactly.
Third time for this bitch. Yeah, this is her third notary game. This poor girl.
9 is a very, very important number in this game. After all, 9 is your goal.
Goal?
Yes, goal. You see that door in front of you? That's your door. If you can open the door with a 9 on it, you can escape.
What do we have to do to open it?
Yes. Let me explain.
Did the masked man bite me snake again too? I don't know.
Wrists. You see the bracelet? Of course you do. Now, tell me, Fido, what number is on yours?
A 3.
What about the rest of you?
They're all the same. We've all got 3s.
Exactly. I'm going to call those numbers bracelet points. If you're feeling lazy, you can just call them BP. Only the people who can get their number to 9 or more will be able to open the door with a 9 on it and escape. See the box on the wall? That's how you'll get out. Anyone with a greater than or equal to 9 BP can pull that lever and the door will open. There are 3 rules you can't forget.
Oh yes, be prepared for the bunny puns as well.
1. The number 9 door will only stay open for 9 seconds.
9 seconds!
When your time is up, it'll close automatically, so be careful. 2. The number 9 door only opens once.
Only once.
Once that happens, it's all over. It'll close for good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck. 3. Now, maybe some of you are thinking. You're thinking, oh ho! If my BP is too low, then I'll just have someone with enough BP open the door. And I'll just slip through when it's open. Well, that's not gonna happen. If you think you can be sneaky, well...
Well, what?
Oh, I really shouldn't say that yet. All you need to know is that anybody who tries to sneak out gets hit with a big penalty.
A big penalty.
What the hell does that mean?
Down in front! I'll tell you later. Yes?
Why did you start making rabbit puns?
Because I felt like it. I thought it might make me sound cute.
Never mind that. You still haven't told us what we need to know most. How do we get BP?
Oh, that's easy. Just use the Ambidex room. If you like abbreviations, you can always call it the AB room instead.
You mean those, elevators?
Gold Star!
So how do we go about using them?
How else do you use a room? You go in.
You mean through those hatches?
No. I had a hunch you might try that, so I closed those up tight while you were talking. So don't be hatching any hatch plans, you understand? I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
How do we get in then? We tried the doors on the front. They're all locked.
There's a card reader next to each one, isn't there? All you gotta do is slide a card through, and there you go.
Where do we find those key cards?
You don't got them. There weren't any in the warehouse.
Oh, well, no. Of course there wouldn't be any there.
Then where are they?
That's a good question.
I think you'll find what you're looking for behind the chromatic doors.
Chromatic doors.
Right here! You see the 3 pretty doors just to your right?
Huh? Hold on. I thought those doors were locked.
Work.
What?
You see those buttons on the sides of your watch?
As you can see, Zero has nicknames for everybody. We have Fido and Quirk so far.
Can you press them at the same time?
Why?
To make little boys ask questions. Just press them, please. In fact, why doesn't everybody press their buttons as well?
Hey, what's this number?
The 2 digits on the left show hours, and the 2 on the right show minutes.
Does that mean it's 12:10 in the morning?
No!
Oh, the numbers are going down.
It's gone from 10 minutes to 9.
So, that would mean this must be counting down to something, right?
Correct. I don't even need to explain the rest, do I?
I'm guessing this is the time until the chromatic doors unlock.
Ding, 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 ding! Very impressive, Tenmioli!
And that's probably my favorite nickname, Tenmioli. If you do have 9 minutes or you're dead. Yeah, I wish. These guys might be better off.
Let us review what we've learned. In 9 minutes, the chromatic doors will open automatically.
However,
Just like the number 9 door, they won't stay open forever. You have 5 minutes. Once your time is up, the doors will close no matter what. So I hope you've gone through by then. That's just the primary door.
What?
Each door in this warren has a twin. Isn't that nice? The chromatic doors aren't any different. There's one door on this side, one door on the other side. Unfortunately, the secondary chromatic door on the other side is locked too.
Sad.
Couldn't make it easy for us, could you?
Of course you'll all have to split up.
Split up?
Yep. Cleaver, can you tell me what the 3 primary colors are?
Can we also appreciate that out of all the names that Zero could have picked for Clover, he went with Cleaver, considering what she did in some of the endings in 999? Yes,
Why are you
Cleaver!
asking me?
That is excellent!
Because you're the only person who hasn't talked to me. I try to communicate with as many people as I can. It helps me improve, you see. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing it all the time. Now, answer my questions. Do you know what the 3 primary colors are? Well?
You mean red, green, and blue? You're supposed to be able to make any color by mixing them, right?
So which colors would you mix to get magenta?
Red and blue,
How about yellow?
green and red.
What if you wanted cyan?
Blue and green.
That's right! Now, take another look at the nice bracelets you're all wearing. Notice notice how they come in 3 vibrant colors?
Yeah.
Do you see what's happening?
Get it already. The red and blue bracelets can open the secondary magenta door together. Green and red can open the yellow one. And blue and green can open the cyan door. I miss anything?
Wonderful! I think you grab it. There is one other little thing, though.
You're talking about what happens if you've got 2 of the same color, right?
Yep. What do you think happens?
How the hell would I know?
If you want to open a door, but all you've got is one color, then you can use that to open a door with the complementary color to the one you've got.
I see. So if you've got red and red, then you can open the cyan door. Blue and blue can open the yellow door. And green can open the magenta door.
Right again! Looks like your brain hasn't rotted away yet, Tenmi-Oldie.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Tenmi-Oji's great.
It means exactly what it says.
Exactly what it says.
I was trying to compliment you.
Thank you. My mother's boyfriend smokes, and I'm very allergic to cigarette smoke. So, I'm still a little allergy-ish after coming back from my mom's house. That's why my voice might sound a little hoarse, too.
Let's continue, shall we? There are 2 types of bracelets, pairs and solos. That means there's 2 types of players, too. Pairs and solos. In this game, the 2 members of a pair are considered to be a single entity, which means they share the same destiny. Isn't that a good deal? I mean, you get 2 for the price of 1! Unfortunately, it also means they can't split up. Both members of a pair have to go through the same chromatic door. Solos don't have any restrictions like that, though. I mean, why would they?
The mechanics of this are confusing. It's not that confusing.
They're
You'll get
forever
used to
alone.
it. Basically, you have to mix the color. You have to have 3 people go in a door that make the color of the door you're going in, and the pairs can't split up.
That means that they can go wherever they want. Yay! Now, let's take another look at all of your bracelets. We'll start with you, Siggy.
We're Siggy.
What color is your bracelet?
Red.
Are you a pair or a solo?
I'm a pair.
Item is next. Tell us about your bracelet.
It's just like Sigma's, red in a pair.
What about you, Alance?
It's red, and I'm a solo.
Theo, Quirk?
Dio is Bo, just so we're all aware. Yeah, Sigma and Phi will have to go through the same door. Dio and Quirk will have to go through the same door, and Robot Man and I don't know if Robot Man's been given a name yet. Robot Man and Clover will have to go through the same door.
Blue. Pair.
Yeah, mine's the same.
Moody, Cleaver, Tenmi-Oldie, all at once.
And Luna is Moody.
I'm a blue solo. I'm a green pair.
Green solo.
And finally, who are you?
We will get a choice in which door we go through, yes.
Let's see. I suppose you can call me K.
We'll be calling him K. Wait till you see the nickname he gets.
I knew it. You were just lying about that amnesia crap.
I'm not lying. This was just how do I put it? A flash of insight, I suppose. I saw the letter K.
So? What does K have to do with anything?
I wish I knew. Sadly, I have no idea. Does it mean anything to you?
Asshole.
Come on now, boys. You can fight later. Now, Kay, can I call you that?
Yes.
I'm guessing your bracelet is the same as Clover's.
That's right. It says paired, and the text is green.
Okay, I'm glad we got all that bracelet business out of the way. Now, let us return to the subject at hand. How do you open the secondary door? So, Siggy, what would you do to get through the magenta door?
Well, Fi and I can't split up since we're part of the same pair. If we're red, then I guess we should pair up with Luna, right? Since she's a blue solo.
Or you could work with Mr. Dio and me. We're blue too.
Whoops! Oh, celery sticks. I forgot to tell you. You have to have exactly 3 people in your group to open the secondary door. That means you can't have 2 people, or 4 people, or, well, anything other than 3, really.
Then our only choice is to pair up with Luna.
And I guess I should probably tell you that the secondary door won't open until the primary door closes. It's made that way to keep out cheaters. We didn't want a 4th or 5th person just running in at the last minute like, ah, wait for me! When the right people open the door. But if the primary door closes first, then that's impossible! You see, it all makes sense. And you might have run a hair too long in my explanation, but now I'm all done. Any questions?
I took a moment to go over everything we learned so far. You have to open the number 9 door to escape. You open the number 9 door by getting bracelet points. You get more BP to go and we need to get into the ambidex rooms. We don't know how to do that yet. We have to find a key card. But we don't know what's in the ambidex. Well, we know what's in the ambidex rooms. We were in them, but we don't know how we use them to get BP. Whereas the key card's on the other side of the chromatic door somewhere. What do? It just opens after a certain amount of time. You press both buttons all the time. You have to mix colors. You know all this.
Good? Excellent. It looks like none of you have any questions. Yay!
Huh? No, wait! We have questions. Of course we have questions. What's the point of this game? Why did you take us? Where are we? And who the hell is the real Zero?
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Oh, so sorry guys, but it looks like your time's up. You better hop to it and get those secondary doors open.
Fuck that! We aren't gonna open shit! You can take your lamery game and shove it up your ass.
Oh, shit! Sick burn! Lamery game! Wow, Dio, you're a fucking idiot.
You think we're just gonna swallow your psychotic crap and play along? You've got another thing coming, you smart-ass little rodent.
I'm a rabbit.
Shut up!
Well, shoot. I thought you might say that. Unfortunately, you have no choice but to follow the rules.
Why is that?
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll
what?
They'll be penalized.
You keep saying that. What the hell is this penalty anyway?
Well, death. Your bracelets contain 2 drugs.
Here we go.
The first is an anesthetic called Soparil Beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called Tubocurarine.
Wow, Soparil. Who would have thought? And Tubocurarine. 2 very important things to remember.
Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you. First is the Soparil, which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the Tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it It'll really take your breath away.
You should know that the Soparil is only there out of the kindness of Zero's heart.
Oh, and I mean the real Zero. Not me.
Zero just doesn't want to see anybody suffer.
Isn't that just so compassionate?
If I had a heart, it'd be melting right now. Anyway, all it means is that you'll die pretty painlessly, so hey, there's nothing to worry about, really. Of course, none of that will happen if you just follow the rules.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Well then, looks like it's time for me to hop on out of here.
Good luck, guys! See you all later! Have a nice trap!
So there was poison in the bracelet. It seemed a little hard to believe, but it wasn't like I had anything other than a computer-generated rabbit say either way. What were we going to do? There was a lot to think about, but we didn't have very much time. I have to see what choice
What are we waiting for?
Okay, I know what choice I'm making. Beautiful.
We need to go. We need to get through these other doors.
But how do we figure out which door to go through?
You still don't get it? Fine. Just pay attention, we don't have much time. Zero's explanation was pretty confusing, so let me put it in small words for you. There are only 3 possible options. Option A. Sigma and I pair up with Luna. Our red and her blue can open the magenta door. That would mean Clover and Kay would go with Alice. Their green goes with her red to make yellow.
Coins is saying, I assume we're going for the death endings first as usual. Not necessarily. We're going in the order that will allow us to avoid those story locks that I was talking about earlier. Some of them may be good, some of them may be bad, some of them may be middle of the road, some may involve death, some may not.
That just leaves Dio and Quark as the blue pair, and Tenmyoji as the green solo. The only door they can open is the cyan one. Got it? Option B. Sigma and I go with Tenmyoji, so we can use red and green to make yellow for that door. That means Clover and Kay pair up with Luna to open the cyan door. This leaves Dio and Quark with Alice, and together, they can open up the magenta door. And finally, option C would be where we pair up with light colors to open complementary colored doors. That means Sigma, Alice, and I go through the cyan door, Clover, Kay, and Tenmyoji go through the magenta door, and Dio, Quark, and Luna go through the yellow door. Problem is, which do we choose?
Please, Sigma, choose something.
What? Wait, what? Why me?
If you don't want to, then maybe Alice or Clover can choose. Or Tenmyoji or Dio or anyone. Once one person chooses, everyone else's decisions will be made for them.
It's true.
But please, you have to hurry. We're almost out of time.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
Alright, I'll pick. Nobody seemed upset, but they probably knew as well as I did that we don't have time for bickering. I took a deep breath and spoke. Okay, Vi and I will go through the magenta door with Luna. This is the first door we are going to go through. Let me just double check and make sure my memory does not escape me. Oh, that is correct. Alright, so we're gonna go through the magenta door with Luna. This first ending we're getting is super trippy too. It's a fun one. I think we'll pair up with Luna and head through the magenta door. Are you guys good with that?
Sure.
All right.
Then Clover and I will go with Alice.
As long as I get to go with Alice, I'm fine.
I don't have any objections. We'll be going through the yellow door, right?
That means Dio, Quark, and I are doing the cyan door.
Stuck with a kid and some old fart. I can't see how this could possibly go badly.
Thank you, Dio.
Well, maybe we'll get lucky and you'll pull your head out of your ass.
What did you just say?
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors closed. 9, 8, 7.
We need to hurry.
Alright, guys, let's get moving.
2, 1.
You fucking love 10 OG? Oh, I'm so glad you like him. He's a fun one. He's a really fun character. And his backstory's really good, too. He's a favorite. Hey, Shava! What is up? It's been a while. How are you? And Alice is pretty new. She's kind of like the Lotus of this game, and she's very scantily clad. Oh, yeah, this one. What is this
Didn't you
place?
see the door? It said this is the lounge.
Lounge? Does that mean there's somebody living here?
Well, there doesn't seem to be much dust.
Is this really the first room? Yeah.
Maybe there is.
For some reason I felt like, oh, you know why I didn't remember that this is the first door? When I first played this on stream, I was just going blind and ran into a story lock, and that's when I was like, oh shit, I have to find some way to not run into these story locks. So then I started with this one, so that's why it's not registering to me as this should be first. So you've got a well-used laundry next to a big empty warehouse. What is this building for?
Beats me.
It looks like there are 4 doors in here.
Yeah. The one we came in, the one opposite it, and 2 more on the left and right. The 2 on the sides are covered with metal plates, though. Don't think we'll be opening them anytime soon.
What are story locks? You may have missed my explanation. So the story locks are basically when you hit a story lock, the story will just stop and it will say to be continued. You have to experience certain parts of certain storylines before you can continue past certain story locks. I can't say anything more about it than that for plot reasons, but you have to do stuff in a specific order. If you run into a story lock, you'll see it on the map and it'll say to be continued, and then you have to start the game over again and figure out what to get through. So the order I'm doing things in will ensure that we don't run into any story locks. Kind of like the safe ending. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, the safe ending was, yeah, I mean, it would be like the coffin ending. The coffin, remember I told you the coffin ending is the true ending, but it cuts off right at the end. It cuts off right at the end because without the safe ending, you don't know the code to get Snake out of the coffin. So it is kind of like that, where if we wouldn't have done the safe ending first, we wouldn't have been able to continue. So it's similar to that. I guess that just leaves us one option. Bust down the door. No good. This one's locked too.
I didn't see any other doors in the hallway we came through. Maybe we can find one of the keys to the AB room in here somewhere.
Well, it's not gonna find itself. Let's go! Yes! Seek a way out! This room is within. Okay, I'm gonna organize this by room. Okay. So, if I remember this room correctly, we have stuff involving the planets, we have stuff involving this alcohol, and we have to mix the correct drinks. And we have to build this sphere here. Mysterious disc. Northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere. Yes. It is. We have to find all the parts. Red liquor, yellow liquor, white liquor, green liquor, blue liquor, sun alcohol, moon alcohol, island alcohol, ocean alcohol, and planet alcohol. Because this game hates us. That's actually Jack Daniels. Holy shit. I'd like to have a drink with me. Huh? Oh, you really think this is a good time to be gonna pass at someone? She's getting all nervous now. So something else that we can see is we can see this. There are some letters on the wall. Some of them are black and some are red. RL, RL, OEDI, IMLI, OONR, ONEN. Is this some kind of code? Alright, so let's see. Let's make a list of red and black letters. So the red are LL, O, I, O, N, N. I don't even know if this is going to be the way to do it. R, R, E, D, N. Okay. What else? Yeah. There, we saw the thing up there. What's this? A note? It looks like a page from a journal. Alright, if I remember correctly, yeah, the bartender's journal. Alright. Here we go, guys. This is our first puzzle for this room. The customers came in today. 3 customers came in today, I'm sorry. A couple and their son. The father sat in the center with the mother on the left and the son on the right. So, the mom, the dad, and the son. When it came to take their order, they said the following. The father said, "My wife likes the color red, and I like white." Okay. "My son has always liked ocean." The mother says, "My son has loved the color blue ever since he was a child." "My husband likes island, and I like planet." The son says, "My mother and I like moon. My father likes anything green." One of them was a liar, but I swiftly made their drinks and handed them over. So, we need to figure out who the liar is and what the incorrect piece of information is. So, we do this by looking here. So the planet is blue. Let's see. Red. Moon. Moon is yellow. Island is green. I think it's the sun that's the liar. My mother and I like moon. Yeah, my father likes anything green. But here's the thing is, my mother and I like moon, but the moon is yellow, but neither of them like moon. And green is island, which, I mean, that is true. I should write these down too. Green island. Ocean blue. The sun is red. Why is this not registering to me? think I have it right. I think the kid is lying, in which case we know how to mix drinks. I just have to figure out what order to put them in. There we go. Oh, and there's the last part. Alright, so let's see. There's the northern. Alright, I gotta get to the other northern part. Okay. Combine the southern part with the southern part. And combine that to make a whole globe. Which reminds me, I should check. Huh? There's something behind this cushion. This is a magazine? What's it about? Looks like astronomy. A lengthy lunar eclipse will occur at 4:50 p.m. on 12/31/2028. Wait a minute. 4:50 p.m. Indeed. Achoo! Hey, come on, that was a real sneeze. It was dusty. Oh, God bless you, child. And we have this here. This thing looks weird. Is it supposed to be the sun or something? There are 12 words on it. They're arranged kind of like the spokes on a wheel. Let's see here. Red, white, blue, island, green, moon, black, ocean, yellow, earth, sun, planet. Alright, so I believe we have everything that we really need. Let's put this in here. This is a perfectly normal table. What's wrong? I thought I saw a face in the stains and I got scared. Oh, I get it. The complete completed globe goes here. Perfect. I thought there was something else I had to grab before I start mixing drinks, but I guess we'll go with that. So this is the drink mixer. Actually, first I have to get these cups, I believe. Oh, hey, look at that. 2 needles. An empty glass. A glass. You think it could be a cocktail glass? Yeah. We're going to become a bartender, but first. Looks like a clock, but it doesn't have any hands. These needles might go on here. There we go. But there's a clock, but nothing's happening. But if you move them where? I don't know. Where can we move it? 450, maybe? 3, 4. Stop. 2, 3, 4. Amazing! How about 450? That puts the short-handed green and the long-handed sun. Green sun? What? Whoa! There's a beam of light coming out of the center of the clock. That's pretty impressive. LIONREDMOON. Red moon and lion. Blue planet. Alrighty, so we should have everything we need to solve these puzzles now. So let's start with the stuff we need to make for the family. I think I got this right. So if I got this right, we need to mix for the mother, who should be on the left. And I may need to switch them because I don't know if it's from our perspective or the bartender's perspective, but that's fine. We need to make red planet. So, let's put that there. Red. planet. The glass is full of liquid now. It looks like we made a cocktail. There's red planet. Alright. Huh. Hey, this thing lit up. It looks like it made to light up when you put a cocktail on it. Yes, okay. So that one should be there. The dad, who's in the middle, should be White Island, if I'm doing this correctly. Which again, I may not be. We'll see. Oh, I can just switch them out. White Island. I'm pretty sure this is correct. And the other one should be Blue Ocean, or Ocean Blue. The coasters are red. Okay. I may have to switch these two, which is fine. If not, then I did fuck something up. Hey! Yes! So I assume green sun, red moon, and blue planet are gonna be what I need to do to get the second thing. They're all blue! Something happened on the screen. So this should be the one for the secret, I think. Let's see. Oh my lord. You too? Yes, there was only one. There was one in your AB room? Yeah, I think so. It opens a safe. I can remember it. You're gonna memorize it? Yes, we can. Alright. So let's dump these out and start anew. I think it's for people that have a little too much need to blow chunks. No, it's not. Yes. You poured drinks down there. That seems like such a waste. There it goes. Well, now I have an empty glass again. Correct. Which is what we want, because we have to mix new drinks. And just to reiterate where I'm getting this all from, we have green sun over here, and then red moon and blue planet. So I'm assuming they're gonna go in that order, and that that's what I have to make. So let's start with green sun. Okay, the next one we need is red moon. Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot to put the, I'm sorry, I forgot to put the empty thing down. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Red moon, and then blue planet. putting them left to right in the order I discovered them. Yes! There it is, queens! Here is the exit one. This one is gonna let us out. Okay. It changed. We found the safe password. Alright, so let's do the secret one first. So do you think it opens the same way? Try it and find out. Let's do it. Alright, so it should be star here. Star here. So there we go. Awesome, it opened. Well done. Alright, let's see what we can... What is the notary game? It's a deadly game. Yep, we know what the notary game is. We know the notary game rules. We know the supplementary rules. We know the pair solos. We know what BP is. We know the number 9 door. And we've learned about the total lunar eclipse. So nothing new that we haven't learned from here. Let's put in the code to get out of this room. Should be... Yes. We've got a plethora of stuff in here. So let's see. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Let's see. First, we've got a map. It says floor A in the corner. Yeah, we can take a closer look at it later. There's still more stuff in there. They're going to be using this map a lot to trace where people go to help you kind of figure out some of the mysteries that are going on here. And it is kind of slow, so just be aware. Let's get the rest out. A card. 2 cards, actually. Do you think these could be the key cards for the AB rooms? See, it says Ambidex room right on them. You're probably right. Now we can get into the AB room, so that means we can start getting more BP. Then once we've got Nagi, we can open up the door and get out of here. We can get back the way we came, but that door's locked. We'll figure it out. I think the answer is in that safe. Read the note. Here are a few more rules for you. Once you've opened a door, you can hop through it as much as you'd like. The chromatic doors are like that too. Once you open them, even I carry to keep you from going in and out of them. Any color of bracelet can go through them and as many people as you like. But, you have to escape before you can take advantage of this free reign rule. Once you've activated a chromatic door and gone through it to the puzzle beyond, it won't let you go back until you've solved the puzzle. I see. So in other words, once we get out of here, we can get back to the warehouse, right? That seems like it. So this key is the last piece of the puzzle. Alrighty, queens. We've done all we can. Let's do it. It says lock. Assuming you know how to unlock a lock. Okay, so before we get into this, my thoughts on this room. I hated this room when it first came in because I was really dumb and didn't put together the fact that the time on that magazine had to do with what time to start the clock at, which was kind of stupid on my part, but playing it now, kind of understanding what to do. It's a pretty decent room. Mixing the alcohol is kind of fun, and I kind of like those, you know, one of them is lying logic puzzles, so yeah, just be what it be. I like this room. I give it a... I wish I could drink this alcohol out of 10. Well, what is it? Don't keep us in suspense. You should probably hear this too, Luna. I want to tell you about total lunar eclipses. See, they waited until after we were done with the room to interrupt us with plot bullshit. They're getting better at it. A drunk bunny hunter out of 10. During a total lunar eclipse, the moon is entirely covered by the Earth's shadow. That doesn't mean the moon just disappears or turns black, though. It actually reflects light that's passed through the Earth's atmosphere. But this makes it appear to be red. Essentially what is happening is that the moon is reflecting the sunset. So the moon looks red during a lunar eclipse? Yeah, I think so. So, why are you telling us this? I just thought I should. What kind of an answer is that? Anyway, that's it. I'm done. Hurry up and open the door. Come on, what are you waiting for? Get on with it. Alright, fine. Time to get on with it then. We escaped! Another elevator, huh?
Do you think it works?
Dunno. Only one way to find out, though.
Hey, someone's coming.
Looks like Alice, Clover, and Kay.
And Dio, Quark, and Tenmyoji.
What's going on
We
here?
ran into them a little bit ago. Well, not literally, of course.
I don't know. With a prowl like that, I imagine you run into a lot of things.
Let me see the map.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they do a lot of stuff like this just to show you how all three rooms link together to the same room. Ah, I get it. All three routes end up here.
That's the same as the map we found in the infirmary.
Infirmary?
Oh, we found a map like that too. Ours was in the crew quarters.
Oh, the crew quarters. That was the first room I ever did. That's so. We found ours in the lounge.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
What the? Oh, this is just like the other floor.
These doors have colors on them too. The one on the left is green. The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red.
Are these chromatic doors? Look, there's a box here. It looked like the ones we saw earlier.
Lock. Huh. Yeah, won't budge.
And just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Numbers? Oh, yeah, the time left. Looks like 2 hours, 6 minutes.
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
Looks like we don't have a choice then. We gotta head back. Quark, why don't you show them that note we found?
Sure.
Oh? Did it say something like supplementary rules? Because if it did, we have one too. We found ours in the infirmary.
Yeah, we found one too. It was in the safe in the lounge. And we just read through this. We could go back through doors once we solve the puzzle. But that's true that we could all go back the way we came and get into the
I
warehouse.
don't think Zero's saying we can. I think he's saying we have to. Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this? The Ambidex room key.
We found some too.
That makes 6 then. 1 for each AB room.
Let's head back to the warehouse.
So when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
If you don't like it, stay here. Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
Asshole. Better hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old turd.
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us?
Look at how happy Tenmyoji is.
Or are you staying here by yourself?
Alright, fine. I'm going.
Tenmyoji is your spirit animal. I love that you gravitated towards Tenmyoji so much. I love it. Now it's gonna show us we're walking. That's gonna show every door opening. It takes a while. This is probably the most annoying part of this game.
So, this is the lounge.
It would seem Zero's notes were telling the truth. Getting back here was easy enough.
That means we could all go visit the infirmary too.
Or the crew quarters.
Hey, Grandpa, check this out. It's some of your favorite scotch.
Oh-ho. Tempting. But I don't really think now's the time.
Whoa, hold on. Grandpa? Since when were they buddies? Or had they always been that close? In other words, they'd known each other before the nonary game. And if Quark was calling Tenmyoji Grandpa, maybe they were even related. Alice and Clover seemed to be close too. Just how many of these people knew each other already?
Let's go, buddy. As soon as we get out of here, I can drink all the scotch I want. You can drink all the root beer floats you can stomach.
What? You're gonna get me a root beer float?
Root beer floats are serious business to Quark.
But... Are you sure? Do you have enough money?
Oh, ye of little faith. I found an old factory full of rare earth metals the other day.
Also, I love root beer floats. Like, I love root beer floats. But I feel like the combination of milk product and carbonation makes my stomach hurt. So it always hurts when I eat them, but they're so good. Where's House 8? So there are more of these?
Oh, you're finally done. You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
Oh, shut up.
For yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, B.O. My temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it. So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise...
Well, you really need me to spell it out.
Forget it.
That's a good boy. Alrighty, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier. Namely, how do you get more BP?
We go into the AB rooms, right? Look. We've got some keys for them right here. K and Quark have 2 each, so we've got
But
6 altogether.
who goes into what room?
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Didn't I tell you? The 2 members of a pair share the same destiny.
Then you mean both members of a pair need to go into the same room?
Yes.
What do we do after we go into the room?
P.O. the dog.
Play a game.
We actually have, my stream community, our community has a special nickname for Dio, but I can't tell you what it is because it's a story spoiler. But I can tell you that we do refer to him as a giraffe. Because if you look at him close up, his neck is super long.
Just like it says on the door. You play the Ambidex game!
Wait. What's ambidex supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
It's a game of betrayal, though.
Well, yes, I guess you could put it that way.
Then what's the nonary game?
Oh, that refers to a whole enchilada. The notary game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The Ambidex game is just a mini game we play as part of the larger one. Make sense?
Like hell. This shit is confusing.
Not really.
Is it? Or is it that you're just a few carrots short of a bushel? What do you think, Neo?
You arrogant little bastard.
Well, that's just how I am. So you better get used to it. Now, could I have you all move to the AB room, please? I'll give you more specifics once everyone's inside. I think it'll
Dio is
probably
so
be
deserving
easier
of this.
staying that way.
I'm glad that you're hating Dio as much as you are. Kate, Quark, and myself each gave one card to Luna, Alice, and Tenmyoji. Then we headed into the AB rooms. There wasn't really any discussion of who'd go into which door, and Fi and I found ourselves heading into the leftmost room. Looks like everybody else has gone in already. Think we should head in too?
Why are you asking me?
Like, I'd be ticked in that shithole, but he's an ass to everyone else.
Just
Yeah,
hurry
he
up and
is.
get in there.
Okay. I'm betting he kills Quark somehow since they've got to go in together alone.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What? This game's got a time limit too? What? 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 What the hell? Who is this?
Fuck if I know. Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey, guys, get over here. We found someone. There's a lady over here. She's unconscious. I didn't wait for a response, just turned around and followed Fi into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could manage. All that greeted us was blood. She's covered in blood. I leaned down and listened to her mouth. Nothing. No breathing. With shaky hands, I felt against her neck for a pulse. No movement. Just cold skin.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Is she?
Quark, don't look! Somebody get Quark out of here!
Okay. Come on, Quark.
Then she's...
Yeah, she's not breathing, and I can't find a pulse. Her body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago.
Murdered?
Does this look like an accident or a suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though.
No, we don't.
That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
Part of them?
Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands, then they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
What are you suggesting?
It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously. Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was.
Let's get her to the infirmary.
She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
DOK and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else, but whatever the reason, Tenmyoji only stared. His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point, but it was his eyes that caught my attention. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring toward us, a smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realized Tenmyoji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored, and his movements slow and shuffling, as if his body was suddenly made of lead. Isn't this death music for our player as well? Also, that's Tenmyoji's wife, isn't it? Is Tenmyoji married? Hey, Void Hunter! Virtue has a reward? Yeah, this is the last one it's given out, man. The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old dry piece of wood. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed, as we were afraid she might break. She looks so peaceful. Almost like she's just going to wake up any minute now.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
He's a grandma, so I'd imagine he had kids who had kids. So you're assuming that Quark is actually Tenmyoji's grandson.
I'm just going to have a look at the wound.
They certainly seem to know each other.
If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but... What?
I have a medical license.
You're a nurse?
No.
You're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy? Oh, I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an atom.
Everybody is dead. Yeah, kinda.
It uses nuclear magnetic resonance
One day,
imaging to
maybe.
examine and diagnose people.
Ah, yes, I remember.
Oh yeah? And just how the hell do you remember that?
Because Alice, Clover, and I examined this entire room.
So you think you can use it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes. I think I should be able to manage that.
Luna ran the scanner over the body, then turned back to the terminal. The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. Sex female, estimated 65 to 75 years, diagnosis deceased, cause of death is sanguination. If you don't know what exsanguination means, it means she bled to death. Estimated time of death, 3 to 4 hours. Damage trajectory, weapon entered through the 4th intercostal, piercing the heart. Wound margin, clean continuous, 1 sharp angle, 1 blunt angle. Here's some measurements for the wound. Based on the characteristics described above, there is a 95% chance that the wound was caused by a sharp single-bladed instrument. Huh. Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet or something?
It means a tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left. Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room. You and Clover.
And Clover was unconscious.
Only one of you was conscious.
She has a point.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Perhaps, but there was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he locked all the hatches.
Zenyatta? What do you mean? Like Zenyatta's voice actress? Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you two left. Which means...
Fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Well, because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to.
Oh, I lost internet again. Hold on a second. I'm just loading the mobile version so I can see the chat room. Okay.
I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Exactly. Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly, but now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing.
Oh, we got internet back.
Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman. So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple.
That's a good
The
point.
murderer is Zero.
That's a
Or
very
rather,
good
Zero
point.
Senior, I suppose you could say. He likely ordered Zero Junior, the AI, to keep his identity hidden. If Zero Junior told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Killing someone is just part of a game to him?
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure.
And that is?
If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
You see? Just as I said. Zero Junior ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Senior's plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Junior. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
Okay, so opening up the door. We're really going in there? I kind of don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago. Wait, Vi? Where did
Up
you
here.
go? Up. Whoa! The hell's she doing? You must be really desperate to get high.
Seriously? That's the best you can do? I was expecting something about how I jump at the first sign of trouble.
Whatever. What are you up to up here anyways? Everybody's already gone into the AB rooms.
Yeah, well, there was something I wanted to check out.
And that is...
This thing. Remember it?
The hatch.
Try opening it.
No luck. No budge.
Then that means this AB room is locked down tight. No one could get in.
You're talking about whoever killed that old lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
You still think it's K, huh? Well, like Clover said, if Zero Senior is the killer, then it wouldn't matter if we could open this hatch
I know.
or not.
I just wanted to be sure.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. I imagine Algernon's waiting for us.
Oh, he's a rabbit. The worst jokes.
Look. There's something on the screen.
Oh, I have to see what we're gonna do here. Oh, why? Alright. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you've entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. You will not open again until the polling period is finished. Well, looks like there's no going back now.
Astute observation.
Hooray! Everybody's finally here! I've been waiting.
So, wait. We've got some questions for you, Zero. Who is that old
Will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions?
Oh?
The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but B.O. is especially loud. For real, B.O., I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done. So, no more questions from now on. No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait. Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AB game. Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody. Each round will be a one-on-one battle. Mono a mono, or mono a womano. Well, there are 2 people in each pair, aren't there?
So it'll be more of a 2-on-1 battle, I guess.
Now, I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. It's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the chromatic doors.
Yeah?
For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Mooney and went through the magenta door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Mooney. And it goes the other way too.
Mooney's opponent will be Siggy and Fido.
Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be a lass.
That's right. Alice is a lass, and K has been named Potassium. Because Zero the Third is fantastic.
And B.O. and Quark's enemy will be Tenmeoldy. Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it? After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room. You should see A, ally, and B, betray on it. Do you?
All you guys have to do
is pick! Just pick one of those easy options! Your DP will go up or down, depending on what you pick. It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart. The plus and minus are from your point of view. So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent. You'll get 2 BP, and so will they.
And you'll all get a nice warm, fuzzy feeling inside.
We call that the best pals outcome. Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? Next is what you get if you choose ally, but your opponent chooses to betray. If that happens, you lose 2 BP, and they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome.
Yeah, pretty much. Just the stupid jerk face outcome.
Stew 'em with some taters.
The third choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose betray, but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally.
This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about. And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent.
The opportunism versus stability debate. Yeah, this is a big issue in this game.
If that happens, neither of you gets or loses anything. Absolutely 0 change in BP.
Boring. We call this the why even bother outcome.
As the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most.
You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you?
Well, let me explain.
Remember how I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here too. The 2 of you only get 1 vote. You get to choose once between ally or betray.
That doesn't mean you split your points, though.
You both get 3 points, or lose 2 points, or whatever. In other words, what you see on this chart is what you get. Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules.
Well, actually, there's a little bit more. But
It'll just have to wait, I guess. After all, it's almost time!
Hey,
No!
wait!
I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time!
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later! Have a nice trouble.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray.
What? You're kidding! You really want me to betray Luna?
We don't know if she'll ally or not. If we choose ally and she chooses betray, we're screwed. That's a loss of 2 points. You tell me, Sigma. What's 3 minus 2?
What kind of idiot do you think I am? It's 1, obviously.
Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over. So...
Wait, what do you mean by it's over?
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Just press the damn button.
You're hiding something. Yeah, you've been suspicious from the get-go. I mean, how'd you know my name? Or how about when we found that old lady's body? You didn't even blink. Almost like you knew she would be here. Look, I don't want to believe it, but did you? Are you?
Fine. If you won't do it, then I...
Don't think so. I'm not gonna move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, it'll just vote ally for us anyway. So let's hear it. What are you hiding? What's it's over supposed to mean?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
When your BP hits 0, you die. That's what I meant.
1.
Alright, guys. I don't want to do this, but we have to.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
I'm only going by the walkthrough. So, I'm sorry. Sometimes the betray option really hurts.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation.
So technically, from a logical standpoint, betray is the safer option, because if you hit betray, the worst that happens is you get a net 0. You're not going to lose any points. But then you have to go, well, what if the other person chooses ally and they lose points? Now everybody's going to think that I'm out to kill people, and they're not going to trust me, which is going to make them want to betray me. And if everybody wants to betray me and I keep picking betray, we're never going to get anywhere, and we're never going to get out here. So it just becomes this huge issue.
Now opening.
As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running towards the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that? Were you telling the truth? If our BB hit 0, do we really...
Well, you chose betray because of what I said, right? Don't worry. You made the right choice.
You better not have lied to me, so I'd choose betray.
Well, 0 will tell you if I lied or not.
0?
Yo, what's up? Siggy! But no! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
You'll see in a minute. Let's go, Sigma.
Hey, what do you mean 0's gonna tell me? Hey, Fi, hold on! Damn it.
Good. Looks like you're all here.
Finally, let's get ready to rock!
Ambidex game!
Round 1!
The results!
Hold on to your butts!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Well! We're all a bunch of assholes.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Sigma? Why did you and Vi do that? All we had to do was choose ally 3 times, and we could all escape together. After this, we only would have needed 2 more rounds and we would have all had 9 points.
Yeah, that's kind of the ideal, is that everybody works together and everybody chooses ally all the times and then we all walk out together. But it never works out that way, does it?
But now we... Why?
I hung my head. There was no way I could look her in the eye and try to explain what I'd done.
It was me. I told him to betray you.
What?
There's a way to get out faster. If you're successful twice with betray, you'll get 3 points each time, which gives you 6. That means you'll have 9 BP after the second AB game.
I know that. Is that why you chose betray? So you can escape before the rest of us?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get out first or anything. Just wanted to have a little leverage.
How is leverage supposed to help you?
Well, I was planning on getting out of here with everybody else, and
You're lying. What makes you think I'm going to believe that?
Their eyes met for a long moment, but all I could see in Luna's was sadness and disappointment. Fi opened her mouth, then shut it again and looked away. I was about to apologize to Luna when...
Hey, what were you thinking?
I'm sorry, Alice. I didn't think you'd choose Ally.
What? You really think I'd betray you?
Well, no. That's what I thought at first.
But Kay told you to choose betray, didn't he?
Yes, I did. I was sure you would vote similarly.
Are you listening? I'm not going to vote betray against Clover.
Is that so? You never considered that we might choose to betray you?
What?
Clover would never choose that, of course. But what if I was your sole opponent? I understand it might seem strange of me to say this, but who would trust a man who hides his face? If I were in your position, I would be quite certain my masked opponent would choose betray.
Well, but it wasn't just you. Clover was there too.
Yes, she was. But if I'd chosen to end an argument by force, do you think she would have had any chance? I was certain you'd choose betray for that very reason.
He thought it out better than she
that
did.
is why you did it.
Yes.
After he explained his thinking to me, I thought he had a good point.
It's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize.
Well, clearly the two of them became pretty good friends.
This is very unfortunate.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
That was when I finally noticed Dio, Quark, and Tenmyoji.
Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust that kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much.
Wow!
You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
It looked like the things hadn't gone as planned for the other teams either. Nonetheless, we all seem to have reached some sort of truce.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Dio is definitely the mega traitor. I don't know what you're talking about. Dio is very trustworthy and kind and loyal.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right you are. So, let me just close them.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon round. Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Moon cards. Does that mean we can't use these cards anymore since they've got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy. Now,
You'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
Of course. You could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth, winning and losing points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5. Round 100, round 2000, you might even go all the way up to round 24,9,004,897. Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know. Can you?
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people, exactly.
Yeah? So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are there rules? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Siggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But, wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off?
No, yes!
They do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Dio. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Oh, God, the hindsight,
Of course I do.
Oh.
Oh, well, I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You die.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV show.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round. Oops. I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything? Somebody
Yes,
might die
yes, you
during
do.
the next round of the AB game.
There. That's pretty clear, right?
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Tenbioldi.
Or Alas. Or Mooney. Or maybe everyone.
What?
Why?
Yeah. Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized. Just like when you break the rules.
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
our bracelets are gonna activate and we'll die?
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
So, Fi had been right. But how had she known before Zero told us?
I see. Alice, Luna, and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry's
Zero!
not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well...
Is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew. Right?
Right, Fido?
Yeah. I guess so.
That's some big melons. Yeah, tell me about it. I took a moment to go over everything in my head. And again, the AV thing to continue until somebody opened the number 9 door. Somebody goes below 0, we die. Scanning the bracelets, not the people. If your heart stops, the bracelet goes off.
One last thing.
Yes.
The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait! You've already got those bracelets! Have a look! The color's changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, it did change. Mine changed from red to cyan.
Me too. Mine's cyan now.
Mine too. Wait, I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed. It switched from pair to solo.
You're right. Mine switched from solo to pair.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm still a pair.
The 3 of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow, and it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too, right?
Yeah.
Looks like I'm a pair.
When did they change?
Back when the AV gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random. No rules or anything! Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu.
Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here. Right? I'll
You're never trusting a bunny again.
never see you guys again.
did you really think I was gonna cry? Nah, 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 nah. Suckers! As if I'd cry over you dummies!
What the? You fucking dick.
You mad? Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
Have a nice tragedy.
Points
Little
wants
piece
to
of
kill the
shit.
bunny.
If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Yeah, it looks like about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. if there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking, and if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so. Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn. How the hell did I end up here? Why? Why me? Try as I might, I couldn't think of anything I'd done that could have landed me in Zero's game. I hadn't pissed anyone off, at least not this bad. I didn't owe anybody any money, and my family certainly wasn't rich. If anyone was gonna hope to get a fat ransom payout from me, they were gonna be very disappointed. Obviously, I wasn't some kind of genius, nor was I an Olympic athlete, and I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on his earth. Well, at least if I was, I didn't know it yet. Had I started a fight with a frightening and mysterious new religion? No. Had I hacked into some terrorist group's server? No. Had I witnessed an assassination? No. Had I gotten wasted and had a one-night stand with the mistress of a prominent politician? Well, yes, but it was just that one time. Jesus Christ, Sigma! And she was the one that went after me. Anyway, I was just an ordinary college student. If there was a reason I'd been abducted and put in the notary game, I sure couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? I thought back to what I'd been doing right before I was taken. The memories were still a little blurry, but they were there. December 25th, 2028. Early morning California desert. The moon was beautiful. I just finished writing a paper due that day and was heading to my car from the research building. The parking lot was empty and a bright moon cast a sharp shadow across the chilly pavement. Last time I looked at the clock, it had said it was 2 in the morning, which meant that today was Christmas Day. So why was I at school typing away feverishly on Christmas? There were 3 reasons. First, my home computer had suddenly decided to eat shit. When I hit the power button, I just got nothing. I didn't have the time to spend all night troubleshooting this stupid thing, so I headed back to campus to use one of the school machines. Second, the professor in charge of my research group was a Buddhist. Christmas didn't appear to have any sort of significance to him, and part of me couldn't shake the thought that he was trying to make some kind of point. Third, my girlfriend had broken up with me a week before. I'm sorry. I don't think we should see each other anymore. Goodbye. All I got was that one cold email. Try as I might, I couldn't even get in touch with her. Of course, that meant I wouldn't be attending the party we'd been planning on going to. Somehow, I didn't think drinking by myself around a bunch of happy couples would be a really good idea. At any rate, I'd stayed up all night to finish my paper and emailed it off to my professor before the sun began to rise. As I walked across the parking lot, I felt light. Perhaps it was the relief of finishing my paper. Or perhaps it was the 5 energy drinks I choked to stay awake. Perhaps it was both. I slid into my car and stuck the key into the ignition after only 2 tries. I twisted the key. Nothing happened. Huh? I jiggled the key in the slot and tried again. And again. And again. On the 5th try, the engine made an odd creaking noise like metal on metal and fell silent. God damn it! You stupid piece of shit! I screamed and pounded on the steering wheel, but nothing worked. The console was about to get a visit from my fist when... Huh? What? What the hell is this? Why is my car smoking? I clawed at the door, and for a moment I thought that it was just my panic and lack of sleep that were keeping me from opening it. It wasn't long before I realized the truth. Shit! Open, goddammit! What was going on? My mind was racing, trying desperately to puzzle out what was happening through a haze of fear and caffeine-fueled neuron misfires. That was when I saw it. Just a glimpse in the rearview mirror, but I was certain there was someone behind my car. I spun around as fast as a very tired college student sitting in a car can. Who there! My vision started to swim at the smoke filled in the car. The more of it I inhaled, the heavier my body felt, and I could already feel the world starting to go dark. The last of my strength failed, and I collapsed sideways into the passenger seat. My eyes slowly drooped closed. When they opened again, I was in the AB room with Phi. Why is this happening to me? I spent the last few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I at least deserved at least a little self-pity, but even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kate said, we needed to at least try and find another way out. So I shook my head to clear it, stood up straight, and headed off. I don't think it matters where we look. Alright, well, let's go back to the lounge. If you haven't seen the captain's quarters yet.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were here earlier, right?
Yeah, I was. Phi, Luna, and I were the first into this room.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like, secret pathway or something.
You really think that's the kind of detail I would have neglected to mention?
Anything else, then? Anything out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary? Well, I mean, everything about this room is out of the ordinary.
How about this?
Isn't that obvious? It's an astronomy magazine. Apparently, it's got an article about a lunar eclipse. It says it's going to happen on December 31st, 2028.
This New Year's Eve, then?
Yeah, 6 days from now.
Wait, what did you say? What do you mean 6 days?
Well, today's Christmas, right? So...
Wait a minute. When were you grabbed?
Didn't you hear me? On Christmas. About 2 or 3 in the morning. Wait, did they pick you up on a different day?
Yeah.
I was abducted in the middle of the night on December 22nd.
What about you?
I think it was the 20th.
Then we were all taken on different days.
Does that mean we were just sleeping until the nonary game started?
Maybe they kept us on a Soparil IV drip or something?
In theory, you could have everyone wake up at the same time if you got the dosage right.
Then today might not even be the 25th.
I think that's likely.
Yeah. Some of us were probably abducted after you.
Oh. Well, I guess that explains why I feel kind of dizzy.
You too? I felt disoriented since I woke up. My body doesn't feel right.
Maybe it's because we were asleep for so long.
Maybe, yeah, that's why.
Your muscles start to atrophy if you don't use them.
Then what day is today?
Beats me.
I have no idea.
Well, what about you guys? Was there anything interesting in the crew quarters or the infirmary?
Nah, nothing in the quarters. Oh, well, there was a book about a cat.
A cat?
Oh, just wait until we find the book about the cat.
Yeah.
It's a thing, guys.
Something about a cat in a box and whether it's dead or alive.
Schrodinger's
Didn't
cat.
make any sense to me, though.
Yes. Well, it doesn't really sound like something that's going to help us get out of
I
here.
didn't think so either.
How about the infirmary? Find anything interesting?
Well, actually, there was one thing.
What?
I wasn't trying to hide it. The right moment to mention it just never came up.
You don't need to apologize, just tell us what you found.
Well, see for yourself.
It's a newspaper article, looks like.
Yeah, it was in the safe in the infirmary.
I'll also be used to the lack of muscle use consuming her background. Well, I mean, if you want to say that the Alice that they found in the desert is the Alice that was in, you know, the Egyptian priestess, you know, are they the same person? Is she just a woman named Alice who they happened to find in the desert who happened to look and be dressed like an Egyptian priestess? What are the chances of that? Was she cosplaying in the Nevada desert? Who knows?
Let me see that.
I know.
Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities.
Yeah, make sure you remember this term. Radical 6. What the hell? What's Radical 6?
Just read the article.
It's the one they found in the desert on their way out of Building Q, no doubt. I can confirm or deny that if you really want me to. I swallowed and began to read. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The WHO has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. Do you think we're in a quarantine facility?
You mean you think we got infected with this Radical 6 thing? Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, we don't know anything for sure, but look at us. We seem pretty healthy. Admittedly, I don't know what the symptoms of Radical 6 are, but if it's killing people worldwide, they must be horrific. Now, just look at this soft, lustrous skin. This perfect, shapely face.
Thank you, Alice.
Does this beauty look like something infected with an awful disease? You want to touch it, don't you, boy? I can see it in your eyes. Go on. Try.
Dio's like, what the fuck? Well, I am feeling a little weird.
That could just be from sleeping for a couple of days. Or maybe it's a side effect of that drug. Besides, if this is where they ship people to quarantine them, don't you think there aren't enough, people? This thing is killing people all over the world, right? So why would there only be 9 of us here?
Yeah, I guess you do have a point.
Think about it. Zero is forcing us to play this nonary game. Why would the government quarantine people and then make them play a game?
Also a good point.
Yes, it is.
So you're saying there's no connection between our abductions and this virus?
Probably not.
Well, it's still something we should remember, I suppose. I mean, even if we're safe in here, our friends and families are still out there.
That's true. I hope they're all right.
Wait a minute. When did this virus actually show up? I've never heard of it before.
Neither have I.
Me either.
So what date is it? This Radical 6 killed hundreds of thousands of people while we were asleep. Just how long have we been here for?
I don't think you'll be able to just puzzle that out. If we want the truth, we need to find more information.
Okay, I think I'll go look around a bit more then. I've already spent plenty of time in here anyway.
Alice and I are gonna stick around. You know, just in case you miss something. Don't really feel like I can trust your eyes.
Whatever. I get where you were going there, game. I turned and headed for the exit. Where to next? Let's go to the infirmary. How's it going? You guys find anything?
Hello, Mr. Sigma.
Nothing yet.
Well, Alice, Clover, and I did go over this room quite thoroughly. I doubt you'll find any hidden hallways here.
Why are you back here then?
Well, I was concerned about the lady you found. Who would do such a horrible thing?
Given what we know so far, you're the most likely candidate.
Fly, please. Why would I kill this woman?
Why would you?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the evidence points to you right now. If we find more evidence in the future, that could change.
We were so busy earlier that I never got to ask, but do any of you know who she is?
Beats me. I've never seen her before.
I don't know her either.
Neither do I.
Okay, so Here's another piece of the puzzle for you, Coins, that Quark has no idea who she is.
Well, I suppose I might have known her before I lost my memories, but there's no way to know, is there?
You still can't remember anything?
No. Not even a little, unfortunately.
You better be telling the truth about this amnesia stuff.
Are you suspicious of me too, Sigma?
Suspicious? Have you looked in a mirror lately? You might as well have suspicious tattooed across your forehead.
If someone ran into you on the street at night, they'd probably pass out from fright.
Or maybe even during the day.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize for my frightening appearance.
Look, even his eyes on the his little goggles look sad. Well, it's not really something you need to apologize for. I mean, it's not your fault, right?
No, I suppose not. Well, I assume not. But
what?
I'm not sure why, but none of this feels particularly strange. The mask and the suit, I mean. In a way, it almost feels natural. I don't feel as though I was forced into it.
Are you saying this is how you always look?
No, I don't think that's it.
Maybe a mistress of Tenmyoji or something. And I feel bad for Kay at the moment, but he gave a straight up ace quote, so my suspicion is heightened. What if Kay is ace? Oh god!
This might be a pretty obvious question.
I love you,
but
Coins.
is there any way for you to take it off?
No. I've tried several times, to no avail. I honestly don't even know where to start. Ah, but there is something I'd like to ask of you. There are parts of the suit I can't see. Could you have a look and tell me if perhaps there is a switch or something similar?
With no further warning, he removed his robe and turned his back to us. It took no time at all to find something of interest. There's a hole in here in the back of your head.
Hole?
Yeah, it looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe you can put some kind of key in there.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
I see. That's excellent news. We just need to find whatever it is that goes in there then.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel somewhat relieved. I was beginning to fear I might have to spend the rest of my life like this.
Wait! A minute ago, you said that it felt natural.
Well, it does. But that doesn't mean I want to stay in it forever. Imagine having glasses, for instance. Wearing them doesn't feel strange, but you'd hardly want to wear them all the time, forever, would you? That's what wearing this suit is like. Well, I think that's enough about me. Should we move to the next room now?
No. There still might be something here. I'm staying.
Me too.
I see. Well then, I will move ahead and see how our companions are doing. What do you intend to do?
I think I'll be moving along too.
Where do you plan to go?
Well, we only have one place left, so let's take a peek at the crew quarters. I was thinking I might go over to the crew quarters.
Very well. I shall head for the lounge then. Until we meet again. Excuse me.
Kay's robe flowed silently around him as he turned to leave. I made my way out of the infirmary behind him. Huh. So these are the crew quarters, huh?
Oh, Sigma, what are you doing here?
Hey, come on, man, don't be like that. We aren't enemies, are we?
Huh. I wonder.
What happened to you, Tenmyoji? You've been acting weird ever since we found that lady's body.
Oh, you think so? But you sure it ain't just all in your head?
Fine. Let's move on to something else then. You and Quark. Is he your, grandkid?
Why do you want to know?
Why? Well, I mean, why do you think? He keeps calling you Grandpa. Of course I'm gonna wonder what the deal is. We all got kidnapped and brought here, apparently for no reason. Now they're making us all play some sort of weird game. I'm just trying to find a little meaning in all this nonsense. That's it. So tell me, Tenmyoji, are you really Quark's grandpa? Clover, Luna.
Sigma, where'd you come from?
Did you not want me here?
No, it's okay, I guess. I just thought Tenmyoji was the only other person here.
This is the crew quarters. I came here with Clover and Tenmyoji. We decided we'd split up to investigate.
Huh. Makes sense. So, you find anything?
0.
What? Which one?
No, I meant I found 0 things.
You can't say that, Clover! What about you? Anything suspicious?
I didn't find anything either. Although, I guess you could say this whole facility is suspicious.
Yeah, you've got a point there. So, why do you think Zero put all these puzzles and stuff over the place? All over the place.
Well, maybe solving all of these
Clover
puzzles
should
is
know
part
this.
of the nonary game.
Really? I thought the nonary game was a couple rounds of the AP game. Why would we need the puzzles and stuff then? Clover's like, ah! I know the plot. Well, what is the notary game then? Why is Zero making us do all this?
Well, this is just, speculation, but maybe it's for entertainment. So rich, powerful people can watch.
Entertainment?
Yes. They're probably off in an opulent theater, watching us struggle while they drink brandy and eat caviar.
Oh, you think so, huh? So some rich bastards killed her off for kicks. What kind of a death is that?
Well, maybe her dying didn't have anything to do with the rest of the game.
No. Kay was right. If her dying wasn't part of all this, the rabbit would have said something. But what we get? Nothing. Just tells us to keep playing and disappears. I can only think of one reason he'd do that. Murdering her was always part of Zero's plans. Now, if you can think of another way all this fits, well, I'd love to hear it.
So you're saying that Zero Sr. is the one who murdered the old lady?
Now, it sure looks that way.
That means there's a 7 in 1 chance anybody could be the murderer.
Wait, 7?
Well, Alice and I can't be Zero.
Okay. I'll let the I part go, but you're gonna have to give me a little to convince me Alice can't be Zero.
What? Come on. Alice and I know each other.
Well, how do you know each other?
I guess you could say we're co-workers.
Oh! And where do you co-work?
An organization?
An organization?
That's kind of vague. What kind of organization?
That's... I can't tell you.
What? What do you mean you can't tell us?
I mean, I can't tell you. Just forget about it, okay?
Why can't you tell us?
Because it's confidential. I promised I wouldn't tell.
Oh, come on, don't give me that. Look around you, Clover. You really think this is the time for playing it close to the chest?
Yeah! But what if the people you work for have something to do with what's going on here?
Yeah.
This bitch is about to get bopped.
You're right.
Which one?
Maybe I should tell you.
Finally.
Hey, sorry to butt in, but it's time to go.
What? Time to... Oh, shit! It's past time, we gotta go!
Huh, you think?
Oh, I guess we'll just have to continue this later. We need to get back to the doors.
Shit, I guess you're right. Let's go. Looks like I know Clover isn't Zero, but she got saved. I'd be pissed without background. Yeah, well. I don't blame you.
Chromatic doors have opened.
So here's what I'm gonna do. It is kind of late and I'm very tired. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna end here before we go into the next room, and we'll pick that up tomorrow. Because yeah, I am exhausted. And I am ready to just go to bed. I've had a long day. Tomorrow you'll be busy tomorrow. Okay, I can play another game. You just let me know when you're free. You've been really into this game, Coins, and it's so much fun having you hang around while I play it. So, I'll play another game tomorrow. Next time you're free, we'll jump back into Virtue's Last Reward. No worries about it. You know, I try to do that for you guys as much as I can. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go get ready to pass out. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Come join us for another stream. Join us on the Discord, all that good stuff. I love your faces. Mwah. And I will see you all very soon. Have a lovely evening.